We go with the big guy, frankincense. I don't have the frankincense bottle. You have it in Vitality or the regular 5 milliliters or 15 milliliters bottle. But I have secret frankincense. That is what I'm using right now on my dog. It's the big one, the big guy, right? Frankincense is the most expensive oil in the kit, but it's for a good reason. My goodness, when I heard what it takes to make the bottle of Frank, we're really lucky to be part of this company. Put it that way, okay? Frankincense is a steam distilled from the gum or resin of the boswellia tree. Our farm is in Oman, and we're the only company that has a true indigenous source of frankincense from the Middle East. Okay, that's pretty cool because there's no other Occidental country that actually has access to this oil. Gary Young, which is the creator of Young Living, right, and he has made most of the blends, and he loves to travel and learn more things about herbs and essential oils, and he started all this process. Sadly, he died at the beginning of 2018, but he had a wonderful relationship with the people in Oman and has worked hard to keep our source of frankincense the absolute highest quality. Okay, it took him, I think, 3 trips to actually get the bosses in Oman to agree with him and agree to have a farm with him over there. One of the things that he does is he gives the um, most of the work is done by people from Oman. If it's not 100% of the people, it's like 90 something percent of the people that works in that farm are from Oman, because there's no better people to treat those trees as the agricultures and the people, the farmers from the same place. Well, let's move on to frankincense again. There are a lot of studies done with frankincense and cancer. Now, I'm not saying use it for a replacement for cancer treatment or anything like that, but you should check the link that I'm going to put under this video, because it has a lot of proof and studies that has been done with cancer and this. I'm going to put here a little personal experience. Okay. In September 2017, a dog came to our lives. The dog is Mocha. If you follow me on social media, you'll see her. And if you go to the album, you'll see the whole story of how I met her, how she was taken and come back to me, and now she's still here. Okay, it's been a year since I have her. When I met her, of course, I took her to the vet, took her to 2 vets. And one of them told me the tumors or bulky skin tags that she had on her back were just aesthetic, and they were malignant. They were benign, so it was just gonna remove it aesthetically, but nothing happened to the dog. So because he told me that, and I just found this dog, and my mind wasn't to keep her. It was supposed to be given to a better family. Didn't happen. She's still with us, and now she's not living. But because it was like that, she had a bump on her back it was about 3 centimeters wide, okay, and it was about 2.5 centimeters tall. When I met her, the top didn't have any fur on it, so it looked pretty bad, Plus, she looked even older than she is because she had all the bumps. So I treated it, because it was just aesthetically. I treated it with frankincense, right? That's why I don't have the regular frankincense, is because I kept buying sacred frankincense because it has more power to it. You get the secret frankincense, the trees are older, they have more to wait for them to be a certain height, and the distillation takes a shorter period of time during the year, so it is more expensive. But I use this one on the dog to get rid of that benign tumor, right? It happens to be that last week, They told me when I went on post on base to the vet to get her yearly shots. They told me, "Oh, can we try it? Because it is a school." So they were teaching the guys how to like take samples and stuff like that. And I'm like, "Sure, you can check it, whatever." They checked it, and it happens to be that it is cancer. I have been giving her frankincense for a year, not every day because I left for a couple months to Spain, but I've been giving her frankincense every time I am with her physically. And the tumor right now is just about 2 centimeters. Before it was like this, right? It is about 2 centimeters wide, and it's about 1 centimeter tall. So it has reduced almost half of the size. It has shrunk half of the size. This is my personal experience, and it is cancer. Uh, I'm not saying change, don't use traditional cancer treatment for it, because now that it has shrunk and now that I know it's not benign, it's actually cancer and it's pretty bad. She's gonna go through surgery. They're gonna cut about this much of her back, and they're gonna probably lose her ear because she has another bump on her ear. I'm still treating it with sacred frankincense, and they have given me Benadryl, that is an antihistaminic. So we trying to help it and not grow more. But that's my personal experience. The tumor has shrunk half of the size, even a little bit less. Is less than half of what it was before. So again, she's gonna have a surgery soon, and everything. I hope everything is put behind, but I have seen the proof. I have seen that tumor has shrunk. I thought because the doctor told me it was benign. Okay, it's not like I'm just, oh yeah, I'll just treat my dog, whatever. No, I did went to not one but two vets last year, and everything was fine. So if the doctor tells you, oh, it's not cancer, then you don't think about it. So, okay, let's moving on. Frankincense is incredible for everything, actually. Like I could type a list of a mile long from our reference book, but some of my favorite uses are for emotional grounding, like anxiety and depression being the big ones, spiritual awareness and meditation. If you love praying, if you do pray, it is a great oil to have in your diffuser while you're praying. You can put it in the back of your neck. Every time I go to church, I put it in the back of my neck to help me see myself a little bit better. I love using it during my visualization. That is a technique that I have learned in a course in Spain. It is where you see your goals and you visualize yourself achieving those goals, and you experience the feeling of that. It's kind of like a meditation. I love to put in frankincense for that because my mind is horrible. I'm one of those people that can't focus. I have a paper in front of me, so I follow and structure, because if not, I'll just be talking forever. So keeping my mind blank while I'm meditating is almost impossible, if not impossible, actually. So frankincense helps me a lot to kind of like take some of the thoughts, put them aside, and just focus on one thing while I'm meditating. It's anti-cancer, it's antidepressant, is anti-infectious, is anti-inflammatory, anti-tumoral, and so many more, okay? Some of the everyday frank uses for regular households will be for sleep. It's a grounding oil that will help you get in a deeper sleep, more if you have issues with nightmares and you didn't buy a dream catcher yet. That is the best one for nightmares. You can use frankincense to try it out. It is a great immune system boost, as it is in the flu shot. It is in the immune system support roll-on. It is great for that. You can also put it in a shot of Ningxia when you're drinking your Ningxia, just to give it a help. to your immune support when somebody else is sick or when you're going through a stressful period. It is actually great for arthritis, asthma, cough, inflammation, MS, aging, and allergies. I'm going to give you some of the recipes and stuff that I do with it. One will be a serum. It is great for skin in general. I have the testimony of a person that when we weren't aware of the damage of the sun and the UV rays, used to put oil on her face to get tanner, to get darker, when they tan. And she waxes, so her whole upper lip is brown. And she's not the whitest, but she's not really dark. So you can see a shadow in her lip, and it looks like a mustache. Being a woman, she doesn't like it. And I told her to try it out. She already has a kid, so just put a drop every night, and you put it on your lip. And within 2 months, she started seeing the results. She started having to put less makeup on, and she just put some foundation on top or BB creams. But before, she had to put like a concealer, and then on top of that, the foundation and all the stuff to cover it up. It improved her self-esteem as well, but it went away. So I'm really glad for her. You can make this serum and you can put it in different, like a more specific zones. Okay, it's really good for wrinkles, the aging wrinkles in general, expressions wrinkles if you don't want them on your face or whatever. I don't really mind, but some people do. So this serum is get a paper. It is 3 drops of frankincense, 3 drops of lavender, 3 drops of lemon, and 1 tablespoon of a carrier oil. My choice, almond oil for this one. Okay, and you put in a dropper bottle, and you're gonna put 2 to 3 drops or 1 to 2 drops on the areas where you wanna get rid of those sunspots or wrinkles or scars. Okay, that kind of stuff. Another one is the cough roll-on. Cough roll-on, you can make it with 10 drops of frankincense, 10 drops of copaiba, and 5 drops of pine. Fill the rest with a carrier oil of your choice, and you can put it in your neck and the back of your neck, the bottom of your feet, and your chest to relieve some cough related with colds and flus and stuff like that. Number 3, that is my favorite, besides the cancer for the dog, of course, but my favorite way to use it is on my boobs. This is kind of like a taboo thing in the States. I know, talking about boobs, but I have to be honest, and it's stuff that some people suffer as well. I breastfed my daughter for 29 months. I went from an H cup on a really tiny body, by the way, H cup to now I'm in between a C and a D. It depends on how much I ate, and I don't weigh myself usually, so I don't know how much it varies, but sometimes it's a C, sometimes it's a D. It depends what stage of my period I am. The thing is, from an H to a D is a big difference. So the mammal glands have shrunk, the meat fat that was there has shrunk, but the skin is still there, So I refer them as like baked bell peppers or fried eggs. That's how I call them, to kind of like make fun of them, so I wouldn't feel that bad about it, because I'm really young and I hated my boobs. I always had a really bad relationship with my boobs anyways, but I think being that young, I couldn't just be like, oh, I'm okay with it, whatever. And I do not want to go through surgery just yet. So I read in the salon, which is a page where most of you are supposed, like, I'm going to be adding you to the salon. If you're not, please just let me know and I'll add you to it. It is a community with all the people of our team, which is the Silver Drop Society. you'll see that there's different teams. Anyways, this community is for people that are not necessarily doing the business or whatever, and we just share the experiences, ask questions, and I search also in the search button. I search for specific things that I want to see, like for example, fall diffusion blends, and I check that or whatever, right? One day I was scrolling there, and there was this woman, which is 45 years old and has breastfed 4 of her kids for about, I think she said 9 years or something like that. Anyway, she was 45, and she shared the trick where she has been doing it, and it was like, I think she was 5 months onto the treat. They put in 1 drop on each boob every night and just massage it circular. And she was really excited to tell us that her boobs looked like she was 35. And she was like, oh, most of the 20-something-year-old don't give a crap about this. But being a 45 woman with 4 breastfed kids, 4 breastfed kids for 7 years, is not, it is a big change, right? So I started doing it, and it really did work. My nipples are looking up again, and we're all happy about it. And I can see a huge difference. My boobs doesn't feel that like you could hold them and be like, bloop, 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 and it's just disgusting. To me, that's one of the things that I did mind about, and I wasn't feeling that comfortable wearing V-necks or wearing some cleavage, showing some cleavage or whatever, because if I bend down, it looked like skin was just there. Okay, again, a great trip. Sorry, she's just talking about herself. I'm so sorry. A tip for people that are not constant with the routine, like I am: put the bottle of frankincense on your nightstand, because when you're gonna turn off the light or when you're gonna put your phone, you're gonna see it, and it's super simple. Just get the freaking bottle, put a drop in each boob, just massage it, and go to sleep. It's not super hard to do. And what is left over on your hands, you can put it in your face. It's really good for your face too. Number 4, tantrums. Okay, I'm not saying that when kids are cranky, they're just being annoying or anything like that. Not at all. I think there's a reason why they are not feeling comfortable at some point, and some of the times they don't even know why they're crying at that point, or they just had a really bad day at the school, or they just are not feeling completely themselves. They're maybe going through a growth stage or whatever. They just don't feel good, and they are crying, and you don't know why. They don't know why, because they can't express it themselves. Anyways, for all these moments, it is a great way to put a drop of frankincense on their spine. You can also make a roll-on and put 10 drops in a 5 milliliter roll-on, 10 drops and fill it up with carrier, 10 milliliters, 20 drops and fill it up with carrier. You can put it down their spine to kind of help them ease and find themselves and reconnect with themselves and bring them to a more calmer stage. Okay, you can do that. Number 5 is for fevers. You can put 1 drop of frankincense and 1 drop of peppermint down their spines. Kids older than 3 years old, please. If the kid is really comfortable, if you're really comfortable with oils, if you're really comfortable with, if the kids are used to the oils and stuff like that, you can put it to kids that are older than a year old. If you put also a couple of drops of olive oil or coconut oil, you can put it down their spine. I've seen my daughter going from a fever to a normal, her normal temperature within 20 minutes. Actually, a little bit higher than her normal temperature, but it was still not a fever anymore. In 20 minutes, I didn't have to give her any suppository or like the syrup, whatever. She hates it. It makes it even worse, because now when I give her the syringe, it's too sweet, and on top of being bad, feeling bad, she's now she's throwing up or gagging and crying and upset. So I just rather to do this, to just put the fever down. It's a way better way doing that than put the kid on ice cold water. Actually, putting the kid on ice cold water can make the kid to go into shock, okay, because it's too drastic of a change, and you can make things worse. So you can do that, or you can put in a cloth, a cold water, not ice water, but cold water, tap water cloth, wet cloth, and you can put a drop of frankincense and a drop of peppermint and put it on top of the head. Be careful not to get on the eyes, because the peppermint has the vapes and it'll make it cry. I mean, just running, whatever. You can put it in the back of the neck to kind of help it cool down. Try that. In 15-20 minutes the temperature hasn't go down, then go ahead, give them whatever you usually give them, or take them to the hospital if the fever is high. So number 6 is for praying. I already said that. Praying, Bible study, meditation, all that stuff. It's really good to reconnect. It's really good to go to church with it on the back of your neck. It will help you connect even better with your spiritual side. Number 7 is for a bad day for everybody. You can just put it on the diffuser. You had a really tough day at work, or you just had a fight with your mom or your mother-in-law or whatever. It's a really good oil to kind of calm down and not make anybody else responsible for what you are mad about. Okay. In the ningxia, I already said that you can put it to help your immune system, to help ease the day and stuff like that. It is great also for periods where it is a divorce or a separation, or you're moving into a new place. It's really good also to put on trips, or to keep things low and chill. It's good also for the dogs. That will stress away, to have them when it's a storm or fireworks. Kids, dogs or animals in general that have anxiety, separation anxiety, it's really good to diffuse it around them. Always with the door open. That's one thing that you have to do with the animals. Let them they know better. So if they are okay with it, they'll just stay under the diffuser, no problem. If they feel that it's too strong for them, since they have a stronger olfactory system, they can just go and leave the room with no issues. Okay, that will be Frank. One of my favorite oils. It is really manly. It is really good also to make like beard oils and stuff like that for men. Hope you all like it, and we'll see you the next one.